Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. This is the series where I like to show you tips, tricks and tutorials, and of course I like to do this in complete survival. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a super simple yet super efficient creeper farm. You're going to get tons of gunpowder from this thing. However, before I get into any more detail about the creeper farm, we have got some really important things to do. Yesterday, I asked you guys to give me suggestions in the comments for the pot house. Now, basically, I was going to do whatever the top comment was. We're going to add it to the pot house and continue to do that every single video. However, I'm changing the rules a little bit. Basically, I'm going to be doing the top comment and also my favorite comment. So, first things first, my favorite comment was literally to get a pig and name it Technoblade in remembrance of Technoblade. So, I'm going to do that right now. I've got this pig. It's one of my super speedy pigs. You do not understand how long it took me to get him in this little area. And there we go. RIP Technoblade. So, yeah, that was just literally my favorite one. And now we have a Technoblade pig. Technoblade never dies. And secondly, I am going to be doing the top comment. The top comment with the most likes I am going to add to the build. And that's exactly what I've done. The top comment was basically to add a basement with a nice little door. So I've gone ahead and added this little door with a piston, as you can see. And when we go down to the basement, I've also added a few things in my basement. So, obviously, I mean, I could add some more stuff to the basement. If you've got any suggestions, feel free to add them. And you never know, it might get added in the next video. However, for now, as you can see, we have got a basement in the pot house. I've added some chairs, just in case, you know, I need a little sit down whilst I'm in my basement. I've also got myself a little table, which I kind of think is quite nice. I mean, the chairs are really nice. I like them a lot. And yeah, I like the table. I've also added some chests. I mean, they're completely empty. You know, let's just put one emerald in this chest. And also, we have some item frames up there, which I'm going to put this map on. Again, if you've got any suggestions what I should add to the basement, let me know in the comments below. And they are the first two things that the community has added to the pot house. So remember, the new rules are this. I'm going to be picking my favorite comment and the top comment, and both of those will be added to the pot house next video. Also, I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody who did put a suggestion in last video for the pot house. I had so many suggestions. I was honestly so overjoyed to see that people wanted to get involved. So yeah, honestly, thank you so much. If your suggestion didn't get added, feel free to copy and paste your suggestion, and you never know, it might get added in the next video. However, with that being said, let's jump straight on to the creeper farm. So the items that you are going to need for this creeper farm are as followed. Everything in this large chest you are going to need. I've actually got way more trapdoors than I actually need. I'm going to be using a trident killer because this is going to massively increase the rates. And not only that, I need a pickaxe because we are going to need to do a little bit of digging. Once you have got all of this stuff, you are pretty much ready to find a location for your creeper farm. Now, as far as the location goes, you are pretty much able to put this anywhere in your world. For example, I'm going to be building this specific one directly under my base. So down here, we're going to go down here, and I've already started to do a little bit of work. And this is going to be the location of my creeper farm. You can see you're going to need a pretty substantial room. However, I've got all the exact numbers that you need to dig it out. So I'm going to read those out right now. So the room size is 34 blocks long. So the longest part is 34 blocks long. You're going to want to make it 2 high. So that's 2 high. And for the shortest part of the room, you're going to want to go 18 blocks across. So one more time, you're going to want to make this thing 34 blocks long, 2 deep, and 18 blocks across. And once you've done that, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Well, apart from this middle trench, and the middle trench is exactly what we're going to do second. So once you've done this whole room and you've done the right dimensions, you are going to want to find the center trench like this. And basically dig down 3 and go all the way across 32 blocks to the other side of the room. And once you've got the middle trench done, you are pretty much at the same level as I am. Now, all I'm going to do is start to make the spawn platforms. Now, for the spawn platforms, we're going to be using 2 blocks by 8 blocks. So these platforms are 2 by 8. And then in between, we're going to have a 2 block gap, which is also 2 deep. So I'm going to dig it out like this, just so you can see it. And for some reason, I really hate using a fortune pickaxe. Although, I don't know where my other pickaxe is gone. There it is. I'm going to use a silk touch. And yeah, you want to dig out all this like so. And you should have your first 8 by 2 platform. And there we go. So here we go. We've got an 8 long platform by 2. And the reason why we want it this long and no longer or no shorter is because our water will perfectly go down an 8 long platform. So just for an example, if I place 2 buckets of water here, it will perfectly stop at the middle trench, allowing us to siphon the creepers in. Now, one thing to note, you might be wondering, why am I doing a 2 gap in the middle? This is done exactly on purpose to prevent the spiders from clogging this system up. Now, I see a lot of farms trying to stop the spiders from spawning altogether. Me personally, I've learned that is just a terrible way to do it. You want to work with the spiders and literally throw them down the kill chute. And that is exactly why we're having 2 block gaps instead of, you know, just a 1 block gap. This system works so much better. And honestly, as far as it goes, you really don't want to be trying to block the spiders off. It's really too hard to do so. As I said, if you just do it like this, you have nothing to worry about. So, I'm just going to dig this one out on camera to show you guys. And then off camera, oh god, I'm using that one again. And then off camera, I'm going to be doing the rest. And I'll show you what it looks like. So, you have a good idea of what the platforms will look like. Yeah, I really should be using a spade, so I'm going to do that right now. Sorted. I'm also going to put a little path here so I can, you know, get back if I really need to. So, once you've started to get some platforms like this, you are basically going to want to do this all the way down to the other side of the wall. And, of course, you're going to want to do it that side as well. So, I'm going to continue to do this off camera so the video's not so long. And, yeah, I'll be back in a second. Actually, guys, a better way to dig out these trenches is to simply stand in the middle trench and then dig out like this. And then basically, we can go all the way to the wall. And once we've got to the wall, like so, I'm just going to fill this one up. We can turn around and do the exact same thing on the other side. This will almost definitely be a lot faster than the way I was doing it 1 by 1. So, yeah, just a little tip there for you guys. Sweet, now I've got all of my spawn platforms dug out, and it should look a little bit like this. At this point, I'm going to want to grab some trapdoors because we can start placing the trapdoors down. And all we're going to want to do is simply stand on our spawn platform and simply place one on the opposite side. So you can do the top or the bottom. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to do the top like this. And we're going to go all the way around like so. And then go and close them. I'm also going to leave that one open so I can kind of like get across a little bit easier. And then I'm going to do the opposite side like this. And also, once I've done that, I'm going to want to do the ends of the platforms as well. A little bit like this. So, I'm going to leave that one on again. Oh, that didn't work. And I'll remove that. Place that there. Like so. And that there. And simply close them. So, once again, don't forget to do the ends of the platforms like this. Hopefully, I can get across. Again, I failed. So, I'm just going to remove this sign. Place it here like so, and then place another one, and of course close them down like that. Now you could stand on the insides like this if you really wanted to. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's probably easier to stand down here actually. So that's another tip for you guys. What we're aiming for with these trapdoors is to completely go around the outside of the spawn platform, so it looks a little bit like this. So what I'm going to do is add all of my trapdoors right now, and I will show you what it looks like afterwards. And now all I've got is the last end 2 trapdoors to do. So we got those ones and them ones. Oh god, of course, the last one I would place wrong. Let me just place that. And at this stage, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. We have our spawn platforms completely surrounded in trapdoors. The reason we're using trapdoors is because creepers and spiders will think these are full blocks, and they will simply walk off the sides into the water and, yeah, go into our kill chamber. But we're not going to put the water in right now. We still have a little bit of trapdoor placing to do. The next lot of trapdoors, we're simply going to want to place them on the ceiling above the spawn platforms. Now, I've got to be careful because I have got some glowstone here, so I'm going to remove this right now, just so I don't forget. And I'm pretty sure this can come through trapdoors, so I will need some solid blocks to fill those in as well. I'm going to get those right now. As I said, I'm just going to quickly fill these in. Oh, damn, you can see how much light was coming through because I had half slabs on the roof. That is crazy. I'm going to quickly put a torch here just so we can see. And as I mentioned before, we are going to want to put some trapdoors on the ceiling. So you can do this in crouch mode. It's entirely up to you. I like to be crouched when you do it. That way you don't fall off the end once you get to the end. So there we go. That is our first one done. Just make sure we've done it all the way to the edge. That's perfect. Basically, we are going to want to do this above every single spawn platform. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And once again, I will show you what it looks like once it's done. And now I'm currently on my last spawn platform. All I've got to do is throw some trapdoors on the last one. And that will be all of the trapdoor placement complete. So I've got 2 more there, and apparently I placed 2 here as well. So let's just remove them. I can also go all the way down here. In fact, no, I'll leave these open for the next step. But as you can see, this is what the farm should look like at this point. We can see we've got all of our spawn platforms surrounded in trapdoors, and also all of our spawn platforms covered in trapdoors. And the reason we're putting trapdoors above the spawn platforms is because of the height. As you can see here, my head is kind of going through the trapdoors. This will prevent any skeletons or zombies from spawning, so only spiders and creepers will spawn in this farm. Next up, I'm going to go all the way back down to this end of the farm, and we are going to do some button placement. So to do that, I'm going to have to move some of these torches, and basically we're going to want a button on the end, and then we're going to count 1 and then 2, and then next to this one we're having another button. So that's 1 and then 2, and next to this one we are having another button. So that's 1 and 2. Next to this one we'll have another button. So yeah, that's the formation we're looking for. I'm going to go on this one and show you it one more time. We're going to go to the end and place a button. We're going to go down 2, and next to that one, so that's 1, 2, next to it we're going to place another button. So 1, 2, and next to that we're going to place a button. We're going to go down 2, and next to this place another button. Now theoretically, once you place 1, you can simply just, you know, copy all of these like this. I mean, it's a little bit hard to see, but you can basically see where they're placed like that. It might be a little bit easier for you. However, I just prefer to count. So 1, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down, and that is a platform complete. Once again, I am going to cover all of my platforms in buttons, and I will be back in a second. That's one side down, this side to go. And finally, I'm on the final platform. All I've got to do is find the end, go 2 down, place 1 there, 2 down again, place 1 there, and go 2 down and place 1 there, and that is the final button. At this stage, the farm should look a little bit like this. We are now ready to start building the kill chamber. At this stage, I would suggest putting down your source block of water. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it up here because it actually, you know, I'm going to put this source block of water in one of these trenches because that will be a little bit better access for me. So I'm going to put it down here instead. I'm going to place a bucket there and a bucket here, and now I've got unlimited water. And basically the reason I want to do that is because this is going to be an easier way to decipher where our center kill chamber will be. And to do that, all we're going to want to do is place a bucket of water like this and a bucket of water here, and basically it will stop. At this point, when it stops, we are going to want to remove all of these blocks. But first of all, we're going to remove this one and this one, and basically go all the way down until the water stops again. So you can see that the water's stopped right here. And now, simply, we are going to want to do the same thing again. Remove these 2 and these 2, and the water will flow into the center. We're going to want to find the center 2, which will be the end 2. So I'm going to place a button here to stop it from flowing down, and a button here like so. And you can see that basically we have found the center. I'm going to want to do the exact same this side. So all I'm going to do is go and grab some water. It's in this one. So grab 2 buckets of water, and we're going to place a bucket of water here and a bucket of water here, and simply destroy the blocks, allowing it to find the center for us. So I'm going to do that right now, and you can see it's exactly the same. We're going to remove these 2, and then we're going to add our buttons, giving us a 4 gap in the middle, and this is where our kill chamber will be. Now, for the kill chamber, we are going to want to dig 6 blocks down from this block right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is a little bit that I did earlier, but yeah, you can kind of understand what to do. all you have to do is dig 6 blocks down. Now, the chest will be going a extra block down just here. So what I'm going to do actually is go and get the chest and place it here. Yeah, it would be advised to bring down the kill chamber stuff first. Oh yeah, one thing that is really important for this kill chamber is you are going to need a lever. So I'm just going to make one. They're really easy to make, so I'm not really that fussed that I forgot it. But yeah, make sure you do get yourself a lever. That is going to be an essential part of this kill chamber. So as I said, I'm going to grab the chest right now. And instead of going on the 6th block down, we're going to do it on the 7th block. So here would be the 6th block. And here would be the 7th block down from there. So I'm going to place a double chest. And this is what is going to collect all of our stuff. Of course, we're going to want some hoppers going into that chest. So I'm going to place one hopper here like so. And once you've got your chest in position, we are going to need some hoppers going into that chest. So we're going to want to crouch and jump, place a hopper down, place another one there, and then, of course, the other 2 hoppers go into the backs of those hoppers. Now, we're simply going to want to place down some repeaters. We're going to want to make it a circuit. So, first of all, let's place one in this direction and click it once. And then we're going to come backwards, place it in this direction, and then click it once. Again, come backwards, place it in this direction, click it once. And then last but no means least, we're going to have a repeater here and click it once like that. Now it's time for our observers. It's really easy to add the observers. We're simply going to want to look at the repeaters and place one facing into each repeater. So the face is facing the repeater, not like that. That is probably the worst placement I've ever done. Let me grab that right now. And we're going to crouch face into the repeater like that. And the face will point to the repeater. You're going to want 4 observers in total. So I just need to add one right here. And I'm going to crouch and add one facing into the repeater. So once again, the face is facing into the repeater. Now, to finish this off, you simply want to add some solid blocks like this. And last but no means least, we're going to have a solid block here. And at this point, we should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, all we need to do is grab our pistons and place down our pistons on top of these solid blocks. A little bit like this. And at this point, we need to completely seal this in with solid blocks like that. However, these ones, we're going to use magma. So we can leave them ones open and just place a solid block on top of each repeater. I'm just going to clear out all of this so I'm ready to place in my magma blocks. And now, if you add a lever to this block on the front, it will actually start it. So what you need to do is add the lever and then click it, and that will start it like so. And you can see that the pistons have started. What I'm going to do is just very quickly go and grab my magma blocks, which of course are located up here. Magma acquired. Let's go ahead and place it down. Now, for the first 2 pieces of magma, we're actually going to want it on these edge pieces. So I'm just going to remove this. The water may indeed flow down, so hopefully it doesn't break our system. I mean, I hope it doesn't break anything. I mean, I don't think it broke anything. I think it just covered up some lava, though. Not so bad. And, yeah, I'm just going to break these 2. And, once again, place down 2 pieces of magma. We're also going to want to place 2 pieces of magma here. Like so. And, of course, one here. And then, basically, just bring the magma all the way down to your kill chamber. The reason we're going to add magma blocks is because the spiders cannot climb up the magma blocks, making the spiders stay in the kill chamber. And at this point, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. We've got the hoppers, the pistons. One of the pistons will be facing out. And now I'm just going to grab this trident and actually place the trident in. I've also left myself a little bit of a gap. I mean, that wasn't a great placement. Let me place that right there. That should be A-okay. And now I'm going to place down my final 2 pieces of magma. One there, and of course one there. I'm going to remove this block so I've got access to my chest. I'm also going to add a torch because it's quite dark down here. So I'll add 2 torches either side. And once again, once I hit this lever, you can start to hear the trident in action. And all of our stuff that we collect will go into this chest. Sweet. Now the kill chamber's done, I'm going to need to make my way back inside the farm because there is just one more thing that we need to do. Actually, no, there's 2 more things we need to do. Both of these things are really, really important. The penultimate thing that we need to do is literally add our water to our water collection. Basically, if you want to speed the process up, you're more than welcome to go and get more than 1 bucket. I mean, if you did this with just 1 bucket, it could take a little while, hence why I've got a bunch of buckets. And basically, all we're going to want to do once you've got your water, I'm going to go down, closing these trapdoors, and I'm also going to place a piece of water in each edge like so, and they will meet to this water stream. I'm going to do that on every single one apart from this one, because of course I need to use this. So once again, I'm going to go down to this water stream just here, place a piece of water and place a piece of water there, and it will go down to the center water stream. I'm going to jump across and do exactly the same here, making sure I close any trapdoors that I've left open. I forgot to do it this side, so let me just close them up. And yeah, you want to basically do that on every single one of these. So 1, 2, close the trapdoors. And if you're struggling to get up, simply use the water that you've got in your inventory, and then 1 and 2. And now we've run out of water altogether. Oh, I think we've got 1 bucket, but that's no good, really. Basically, we're going to need to go and fill our water up again. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Use the water to get up, and simply go ahead and place 1 here, 1 here, and close the trapdoors. Dude, I thought that was a floating torch then. Oh my. Anyway, once you go to the other side, you're free to, of course, use the water to get up and do exactly the same thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bit because, of course, I think you understand how to place these waters now, and I will be back once I've done that to show you the final step. The final step is very important, so do not skip it. Damn it! Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I totally fell down the kill chamber. Nice. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Actually, one thing I didn't realize, it's probably easier just to do it above here, like so, like this, and then close the trapdoors. I mean, whatever you find easiest, just do it that way. And now I've got the final water stream to add, so I'm simply going to remove this block down here, and then add the final 2 pieces of water. And now everything that spawns and falls in there should go down to our kill chamber, like this piece of cobblestone is nicely showing us. See you later, cobblestone. I mean, it might take a little bit of a while to go through there, but it sure does go through and into the kill chamber. At this point, we are on the last step. The last step is probably, as I said, the most important step. It's to do with lighting. Now, if you have a room, for example, like this, next to it, like I do, you are going to want to make sure that this is fully lit up, so nothing will spawn in this room, and everything will spawn in your farm. So I'm just going to go around lighting this up, just so I know nothing is going to spawn. Again, you could actually expand your creeper farm. I mean, I could add this, but I'm just not going to do it today. I'll show you briefly at the end how I've got 2 right next to each other, 2 of this exact design right next to each other, and it works super, super well. So yeah, I'm happy that I've lit all of this up. I'm now going to make my way back over there. Now, of course, in the farm, we're going to want to do the complete opposite. We're going to want to make sure we remove every single torch that we've placed in the farm so we can see. Now, we want to make sure it is completely pitch black. So, I'm going to remove this torch, and then I'm just going to check if there's any on the sides here. Right, there's one there. So, I'm going to go across these trapdoors, close the trapdoors, and I'm going to close these ones. I think the torch is on this one. Alright, on that one, we can reach it. That's all good. And yeah, basically, I want to remove every single torch from this farm. This is a vital part of the farm, as is the lighting up around the farm. If you don't light up, you probably will struggle putting this anywhere. The reason I can put it right here is because my base is completely lit up, and no mobs can physically spawn in my base. Also, all the surrounding caves in my base are completely lit up as well. So you're going to want to make sure you do exactly that. Oh damn, it just got really, really dark. I'm going to place that again just so I can make sure that the trapdoors are closed. And yep, there we go. Again, I'm going to place and close because I can barely see in here because it's that dark. I mean, I'll try and close them. There we go. Perfect. Once again, close these 2, close these 2, and close the final 2. I'm going to remove this torch, and yeah, it's getting a little bit dark. I think we've missed one on the inside. Let's just grab that right now. Boom. What I'm going to do is simply just throw everything in here that I don't need in my inventory, and that way the collection system will collect it, and I can just grab everything out the chest at the end, just to give myself a little bit more room in the inventory. I also need to go and add my trident again because I accidentally picked it up. I'm just going to remove this and simply place it all down the water stream as well. Last but no means least, for me anyway, I need to remove this piece of glowstone. Oh damn, I've got a box there. Nice. I wonder what that is. Is that my... I have no idea. Let me just place that there. And yeah, this is basically farm complete. Right, I've just come to the kill chamber. I just want to show you that everything I threw down actually siphoned into the kill chamber. This is a good indication that we've got all the water streams put in correctly. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to hold my looting 3 sword. I'm going to go over in my village trading station where I often AFK, and I'm going to stand around, and hopefully when we go back to that kill system, we should have some gunpowder. If not, what I'm going to do is go to my other creeper farms and show you it's exactly the same. I've got 2 of them next to each other, and I'm going to show you the exact perfect AFK spot. Once again, I want to see if I can get some gunpowder whilst I'm doing villager trading. Alright, I've literally waited like, I don't know, 2 minutes, not even that. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I don't know, I didn't count. I'm going to go down to the kill chamber because I want to kind of wrap this video up. So I do want to go and show you the other creeper farms as well. Let me just go down here right now. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we've had some gunpowder. No, we've had no gunpowder. So, I mean, I'm going to have to find the perfect spot in my villager trading station. Do not worry, though. I'm going to go and show you the other creeper farm right now. This is exactly the same build, except I've got 2 of them next to each other. So, I'm going to go down here right now. In fact, first of all, let me show you that it is exactly the same build as what I've just built. I'm going to go down here, and I can just break this. Oh, apparently there's a little bit of light there. Where's that light coming from? Interesting. I don't know. But yeah, you can see this is exactly the same build as I have literally just showed you. And we've got the kill chamber going down there. And yeah, this is the thing I've been using to get all of my gunpowder for absolute stonks. So now I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to go to the kill chambers, which is located down here. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to turn on both of the kill chambers just here. So let's turn on this one. You can see I've got some spiders stuff in there already. And I'm going to go down here. I've got 2 different kill chambers on this one because I've got 2 farms next to each other. It was a little bit easier to link up the water streams. So I'm just going to go like that. And then the perfect AFK spot for me on this specific farm is, let me show you, just up there. So I'm going to grab my trident. Oh, damn, I didn't even put my trident in there. So maybe that's why we didn't get anything on the other farm. Well, it doesn't matter now. I'm just going to show you on this one. I almost guarantee that's why we didn't get anything. It didn't have a trident. Dude, that is so annoying. Anyway, at least you'll be able to see on this one. I'm going to fly up here. And once I'm up here, I'm going to hold my looting 3 sword. Dude, you've seen in both of those chests, I had no gunpowder in there already. In fact, let me just double show you that. I mean, very quickly, I just want to quickly show you. Look, I've got 0 gunpowder in this one. And I've got 0 gunpowder in this one. 0, absolutely 0. As I said, what I'm going to do is stand in my AFK spot and hold my looting 3 sword. The reason I built this one over here is because it's right next to my iron farm, so I can also AFK iron as well. I mean, if I had my gold farm on, I'm pretty sure I could AFK that as well. So I've got like 3 in 1 over here, which is kind of nice. I'm going to close both of those doors and stand in my AFK spot. I'm going to eat first, just so I don't die of starvation. And yeah, I'm going to AFK for around about 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. And I'll be back and I'll show you exactly how much stuff we have acquired. Alright guys, it has been a little while. I'm not sure exactly how long. Not too long, around about 5-10 minutes, something like that. And I'm going to go down to the kill chambers right now, and we can turn them off and see what stuff we have got. So let's turn this off, and you can see, wow, we've got 45 gunpowder in literally under 10 minutes, which is pretty good. Now let's go to the other one. We should have around about the same amount of gunpowder because these farms will produce exactly the same amount. Wow, we have 60 on that one, so just a little bit more, which is pretty good. Again, you can see that it really does depend on where you're AFK in, and yeah, you do need to make sure you've got your trident in your trident killer. You know what? I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget. It's kind of funny how I was literally standing around hoping something would spawn, and nothing was going to die anyway because I didn't have a trident in it. That is just so dumb, right? That is the typical It's Me James thing to do. So I'm going to open this up right now, and yeah, I'm going to throw my trident at this piston right here. I'm going to grab my magma blocks again. 1, 2, and that one should be good to go. I'm just going to leave this on all the time and see if it does stay. I mean, I hope it does stay, even if... Dude, for a minute there, I was like, what was going on? I think because I left it on and went out of the area. yeah, it didn't work. So, yeah, there we go. That, my friends, is how to build yourself a super simple creeper farm. Remember, if you're building it in a place like under your base like me, make sure everywhere's lit up. Make sure you've actually added your trident to your trident killer. And that, my friends, is all I've got time for. I will catch you on the next one.